Caruso runs a break. Caldwell Pope goes to the wing here. James! Oh!
Trying to play at the defensive end. Got blown by back.
Oh, yes!
Hook jam!
Harden, step back. Puts up the three. Got hit. Shot's good! And one!
This time here, set.
Oh, Russell Westbrook!
So, I'm gonna take out my hoodie real quick. It's a little bit in shame, but my Pacers. Oh, God. So as I predicted, we got swept out of the first round. I knew this was gonna happen. We was already a crippled team. Sabonis on All-Star wasn't there. Oladipo was playing a little bit hurt as well, and we wasn't clicking on all cylinders. But we lost to the Heat. Of course, we got swept. But I'm not gonna really focus on that series itself. I want to talk about what came of that. Nearly 2 weeks after receiving a coach in an extension, the Pacers decided to fire Coach Nate McMillan. Now, when I saw this news, I was very upset about this because if the reason why they chose to fire him, given, like I said, it was 2 weeks after they gave him an extension, the reason why they chose to fire him was because of the playoff performance that they had. I wouldn't say you can necessarily blame him for this. Like, this is not his fault. Because one thing I would give Coach Nate McMillan his credit. He's a phenomenal coach. And for the past 4 seasons that he has been in Indiana as the head coach, minus the season with Paul George there, the 3 seasons after that, he has made the best of the situation that he has been dealt with the players that he has been given. Victor Oladipo turned to a star underneath his coaching. Sabonis turned into an all-star too as well, and they have succeeded everybody's expectations. Like if you remember last season when Oladipo went down against the Raptors, many pegged the Pacers to not even make the playoffs, and yet they finished 4th in the East still last year, and they made the playoffs this year with Oladipo being gone majority of the season, and with a complete change of the roster too, with different people coming off the bench as well. So the regular season, his percentage was 57%. He had a 57% win percentage, and versus the playoffs. So that's why I said if they fired him based off the playoff performance, I don't see it as fair given the talent that he had, because his playoff percentage wins is only 16%, going 3 for 16 in the playoffs. And he's been in the running for Coach of the Year in these past 3 seasons as well. Like I said, given the team that he's been able to get with. So I don't see this as fair for him to do this, or for the Pacers to go ahead and fire Coach McMillan. I think he's a phenomenal coach. And deserves to be a head coach somewhere. My suggestion, he could probably go to Philly and be a head coach of them, or New Orleans. That'd be a good spot for him to go. With those young players, he can galvanize all of them together and play well with them, or get them to play well, I should say. But one of the reasons that I read the little press release that they had for releasing or firing Nate McMillan for the coaches, that they wanted to bring in a coach who can kind of set up culture. One of the coaches they are eyeing is Mike D'Antoni. Now, that's something I'm intrigued by, because last time I remember checking the league 3-point percentage, I think the Indiana Pacers ranked one of the lowest teams in 3-point percentages in the entire league, if not the lowest 3-point percentage in the league. So with D'Antoni, who's playing in this system right now with the Houston Rockets of literally 7 seconds or less, small ball, 5 out, I don't know how that would translate if he was to bring that system into Indiana. Obviously, he'll probably do something different, because we got big guys like Sabonis and Miles Turner, which I probably think they'll trade. I don't know how that system will work. I don't know if he'll be necessarily a good fit, and I don't even myself, hopefully, I'm going to talk about this later too. Hopefully the Rockets get past the first round. I don't see D'Antoni leaving Houston, especially with the success of the small ball lineup that took place in the later half of the season. A good replacement for him, I don't even know. I don't even know who they would bring in to replace Coach McMillan. Mark Jackson, former Indiana Pacer, and a guy that built the culture in the Golden State Warriors. That could be a good guy that they could bring in to coach. He's currently a commentator for the ESPN right now for their basketball games, and there's always been rumblings of him trying to come back as an NBA coach. And I also heard things that they said they kind of blackball him from being a coach because of his religious belief and how he's push his Christianity on his players. I'm not too sure of that, but that'll be interesting. You know, he has, like I said, he has Indiana ties. That would be good for them. I don't know who else they would bring in to replace him, because like I said, Nate McMillan was already a phenomenal coach. It's just that with players, which I'm actually about to get into right now, that becomes a concern, because there's also rumors that I've seen of Victor Oladipo not wanting to re-sign with the Pacers once his contract is up. I think he'll be a free agent this season, if I'm not mistaken. If not this season, then the next. Which will be a pretty big blow for Indiana, because Indiana than Indianapolis, so I got tongue-tied right there. Indiana hasn't been a hot destination spot for free agents, not least big-time talented players. If you remember, Victor Oladipo was traded there. Sabonis was drafted. He was traded there too with Victor Oladipo for Paul George. Miles Turner was drafted. They got Malcolm Brogdon and signed a trade deal from the Bucks. So it makes you. T.J. Warren was also traded there for cash considerations too. So I don't know where this will lie, because there'll be another All-Star that Indiana loses out on. And granted, we got a good pick right now in Aaron Holiday, who played good this year, especially with an increasing role that he had, playing well alongside his brother Justin. But if we are to lose Victor Oladipo, and I don't think it'd be a good look for us. I don't know who's going to be there to replace his spot, especially considering that Jeremy Lamb, he went out with an ACL or MCL injury earlier this year, and I put him out for a while. So I hope he doesn't leave, and I hope he comes back 100%. You know, come back, Vic. You know, work, patch things out. I hope that the firing Nick McMillan didn't make the situation worse, because Nick McMillan is a phenomenal coach, loved by his players as well. I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen.